Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this and asked how they would do it. And there's probably 2 or 3 ways to do it. I almost got it the first time exactly right. I need to put a little white around the outline of the star so you can see it down here in the blue. So you just type out the phrase Cowboy Nation and you pick a font, which is block letters. Now, the difference is that the nation doesn't match the same length as the cowboy. So what we're going to do, we're going to go up to Object and break them apart. And then we're going to measure this one and we're going to make it something even. So we're going to make it 5 inches. Whoop. I had my ratio unlocked. I want it 5 inches. But on this one, I want it to be 5 inches with the ratio unlocked so they don't really get too much bigger. And you could play around with that. That's pretty close. And now they're the same distance. And if you will hit L on your keyboard, it'll put it in the center. And I'm going to get them a little bit closer together. And I'm not going to, I'm not trying, so I'm going to hold down the control button so it'll move straight down. I'm not going to try to make it exactly like that one. Now I can stretch it out and make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to left click, right click to have no outline. Now I need to work on the star. So we're going to take a star. And if you do this, you're making it for your own. So you don't really have to copy somebody else's work. So everything doesn't have to be exactly the same. We're going to go to Effects and Contour. We're going to contour 2 times. And we're going to get that. But I want that white like in that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to Object and I'm going to break that contour apart. And then I'm going to get the last one. I'm just going to contour it 1 time, half that distance, 0.1, because I just want a little bit of a contour. I still want to break the contour apart. So I'm going to select it all and go to Object and break the 3 objects apart. But I do want to group it. And I want to group this. Now we're going to move this out of the way so I can work in the center of the page. And I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page and put my star in the center of the page. And then you could kind of adjust it depending on the letter. And I think it's pretty close. I'm actually going to set my nudge factor on something pretty low, like 0.01. And I'm just going to nudge it down. So what I want to do now, I'm going to make all my lines black. I need to get red, because if I use the Smart Fill tool on these certain colors of the star, if I take the Smart Fill tool, set on that blue, I'm going to have to fill in all those little blocks. So now I'm going to set my nudge factor on something. Let's see how big this is. It's over 10 inches tall now. So I'm going to set my nudge factor on 10. And I'm going to make a duplicate of the star and hit the plus key on the keyboard, move it down. And then I'm going to go right here and I'm going to go back minus front. And it took my spot away from my star. But that's what I wanted. And now I can move my star back. I'm going to go ahead and make a rectangle around the whole thing and make it white. So if I select it, I hold the Shift key down and I double click on the rectangle tool, I get the rectangle tool. I can hold down the Shift key and make it bigger, but it's going to make the ends a little bit bigger, but it's really okay. You can adjust that later. And then we're just going to start bringing in colors. And I'm going to get this a little bit closer so I can see the colors. Well, I only need the one color, but I want to copy it. So I'm going to get the blue. And to get that blue, I just took the eyedropper and took a sample of that blue. And now I'm going to go blue there and blue there. And then in a minute, I'll put white there. Now I'm going to go, and this happens to be a line at a 45 degrees. So I'm going to draw a 2-point line, holding down the control button, but I'm going to rotate it a negative 45 degrees. And this is what I was saying. You could try to follow that exactly, but I'm going to call that good right there. I'm going to hit the plus key on my keyboard, holding down the control button, and I am going to try to match that Y a little bit. Now, if I take my rectangle and move it out of the way and go in, I don't have to, but I'm going to fill it in with white. Move it over, go up to Object, Order, Back a Page. So now everything is really that's white is going to be a white already. So I can take my Smart Fill tool. I'm still set on that same color. I'm going to get the major components first. And then I'll have to, whoop, that needs to be white. The inside needs to be blue. This needs to be blue. This needs to be blue. Blue. And you'll see in just a second that I need to fill in a line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut these lines off so they won't bug me. You know what? I could probably take those lines away, but I'm not there yet. You know what? I can cut it right there and right there. I can cut it there, there, and there. Now I need to take a 2-point line and go from that node all the way over to this node and all the way over. I don't have to go but to there. So now I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool. It'll still be set on that same color. And I need to fill in the other little spots, like all of that. That. I'm having to watch back and forth. I really think I have it all. Well, I need to fill in that and this and this. And then I'm going to go and see, this is kind of backwards because you normally wouldn't put that white on that. And yeah, it's just like the original. Now, I don't have to put any white because my whole graphic is white. So now what I'm gonna, my nudge factor is still set on 10. I'm gonna move this. No, I'm not. I don't have to move that. It's already white. I'm gonna zoom in, and that's really white already where it needs to be. So I am gonna grab the box for a second, move it out of the way, and I'm gonna select all this, and I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna right-click my mouse, no line. And I'm going to move this back. And, well, I don't even have to do that because it's, well, there's the white box. Let's put a yellow box around it just so you can see that it's white behind there. Order, back a page. I think that's pretty close to the original. I like it. I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.